Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie and I'm here to talk to you about episode 3, season 4, Orphan Black, the stigmata of progress. So yes, I'm back, much to my mum's delight, to talk to you about episode 3. I can't say we're halfway through because we're not, but I sort of feel like we are, and in sort of that kind of bit like, oh no, that means this coming week will be on episode 4 and then soon we'll be nearly done, and I'm like, then I'll have to go back to waiting. Sorry, I'm going to lift it back up. My mum broke my tripod, so it has no sort of twizzly bit. I have to hold on to the stick, not the twizzle bit. But yeah, I thought I don't want this season to end because I'm really enjoying it, and it's the first season that I've been able to sort of live watch. The other seasons I've had to sort of watch and catch up because I haven't, when I started watching Orphan Black, it was when it wasn't on, and I sort of haven't had, I don't want to say I haven't had that long of a wait, but I guess in comparison to like people who've watched like since the start, they've had a good year's wait, whereas I've only had like, when did I start watching Orphan Black? Must have been start of the year, so it's sort of not been that long, so I can't imagine having to wait another year for Orphan Black season 6. You better have your Orphan Black season 6, like, no, season 5 will be on, yes, thinking there's more seasons than there are. Season 5, season 6, I'm waiting for you. Like, don't tell me there won't be one, because I will riot. I tell you, I will try and find every Orphan Black fan I know. Not that I know any, but I will. Hit me up, and I will riot. That, what are you doing? I need more Orphan Black in my life, duh. So, oh, I hate that noise. It really irritates me. I don't like people cheering. I don't like noises at all. I'm just weird. So in this episode, to start with, Rachel. We get Rachel again with a weird eye. Speaking of eyes, today I actually had a really, I don't want to say it was a weird question because it's not a weird question. I did a presentation on my, not just my eyesight, but like being vision impaired in general. And one of the people that goes to the group and read and was there for my presentation was like, I was like, can you see now? And I was like, no, it doesn't just work like that. It's not like laser eye surgery. It doesn't work like that. My eyes don't suddenly just, and I can see again. Like, it's not, it doesn't work like that. It was one of those questions of, I like that they asked me it, because I'd rather them ask me it than not and sort of be like, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it was one of those, are you for real? But yeah, Rachel's back with her eye. And then we have another caster clone, which is nice to see, called, I always get this name wrong, Ira, which, credit to the writers, credit to the producers, credit to whoever came up with this. Backwards, Ira is Ari. Ari Miller, who plays the caster clone. Terrible drum noise. But yeah, I thought that was like, yeah, hidden. Also, we get Charlotte. And Charlotte we last saw with Marianne Bowles. And I'm like, so where's Marianne? With that lady who said Charlotte was her daughter, because now Charlotte is Rachel? I'm assuming we'll learn more about Charlotte and how she fits into it, but at the minute I'm a bit confused on that front. So we get a new caster clone. We get a new leader clone technically, because Charlotte, as we learn later on in the episode, was made from, name's gone, Rachel. Only 400 tries, but came from Rachel. Oh, I want to know what they're doing to her eye. Apparently they were doing, like, injecting something to make it look normal. I assume they were trying to make it look coloured. Yeah, that was weird. And then we go back to the comic shop. Love the comic shop. Love it. Something is going on with Kira. I'm telling you, it's more than her acting out as well. Because she, like, as we see in this episode, she has moments of sort of like, I don't want to say absent seizures, but it is almost like absent seizures where she sort of stares off to the distance. And where, when she's talking to Cosima, it's like, I had a dream. We were all standing with the aunties. You set Mum on fire. She was changing. She had to. I don't know whether that's like forcing, like, the maggot thing in her mouth, like, it changes people. I'm saying, you kill Sarah off, not gonna be happy. You kill Cosima off, not gonna be happy. You kill Alison off, not gonna be happy. You kill Helena off, I'm not gonna be happy. You kill Rachel off, I'm not gonna be happy. I mean, even Rachel. Yeah, something is going on with her, and I don't think this is the last we've heard of it. I think it's gonna be like a grower. We see it and we don't sort of take much notice of it, but then it comes to the forefront. And then the cheek implant. And we see Cosima and Scott scanning it, and that it's artificially latched on to her cheek. I'm just like, get it out, Sarah, get it out. Get one of those, you know, like people do for their ears. You know, they remove the skin. Do that. Just stretch your skin. Maybe they ain't come up with it. I mean, my idea, maybe it's just a simple idea. I'm no scientist. And then Susan Duncan. Susan Duncan, the lady we all thought was dead. Then again, we thought Ethan Duncan was dead and he wasn't dead. Never stay dead for long on here. EastEnders, you never stay long dead on Game. Oh well, you do on Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna say it just in case people on here don't watch Game of Thrones. I watch. And then we have Alison and Donnie. I just love any scene they're in. Like, I love them too. They're just great. I have no words to them. I love them so much. They're such a great pairing. And like, them two guys who play them, I applaud them because they are so great. Come to Comic-Con in England. I will bow down to you. Please do come to Comic-Con. And where she's like watching around and I'm like, yeah, let's go to that guy in our garage. And then where Donnie's like, we're not gonna exhume the dead guy in our garage. That is a haywire plan. And then Alison's like, Donnie, my sister has a red maggot thing in her face. You tell me what a solid plan is. Go rent that jackhammer. And then Donnie's like, maybe we should just buy one. And I'm like, legit love these people. They're not real. I legit love them though. Don't know whether I'd like them as my parents. I legit love them. You be the judge. I be the judge. Go watch the show. It's amazing. Then Felix's sister. I'm not sure about her. I do kind of feel bad for Sarah because, like I said in episode 2, they are a family of choice. They are a family of choice because they are. They all, Mrs. S chose them. They chose to be together. So, like, in a sense, that is more, like my mum said once, you can't choose your family, you can choose your friends. So in a sense, this is a family they can choose. So it's almost stronger than blood. So for Felix to suddenly, even though they are, like Mrs. S, Kira, Sarah, Kendall are related, they choose to not acknowledge it, but sort of like they don't care about that. Whereas I think Felix does. And I mean, it's not a bad thing that Felix wants to find his family, but it's kind of, I suppose Sarah wants to just carry on as normal, whereas Felix sort of can't. He sort of has to find a place where he fits in because he's sort of like a missing, like a outcast in that family, even though technically he's not. He feels like he is, if that makes sense. I'm trying to come up with great analogies and I can't. I wish I could sound clever, but I don't. Felix will want to find his own belonging somewhere. Just whether it's with this so-called sister, I'm not sure. But they need to get it together because I love them two together. Helena. We have not had enough Helena this season. And then we're off to see Dizzy. I found his theory about it being implanted in the cheek because of the proximity to the brain. It did make sense. And when we see the video again, because we saw that video actually in the trailer, and I'll be honest, I thought it was Felix. So I'm kind of glad. And then Sarah and Helena's phone call, that was really sweet, where she's like, I know they will always have each other like us, but sister, can I say something? I don't want them to grow up like me. And I'm just like, oh, that's kind of sweet. And like since having Sarah and knowing she's her twin, it's almost rooted Helena. So I think, okay, but Sarah, if that makes sense. I think it makes sense. Yeah, let's hope it does. And then when the police come in, and she's like, I will kindly offer to take your coat. And when they dig up Leaky's body to see whether he's got the cheek implant, and the fact that it actually was his face, I read that they actually, when Matt Frewer, who plays Dr. Leakey, came in to do the flashback, they actually got him to go in to the prosthetics department to get his face made. I just thought that was so cool, because a lot of other shows, they just sort of get like, you know, mess, whereas this, they sort of actually got it to look like a body that had decomposed, if that makes sense. And it was so cool, very gory. But and then Rachel and Charlotte with the secret messaging. I really like Rachel this season. I sort of miss, because she's being counter-posed by Susan Duncan, so it's a bit like, who's the worst, Rachel, Susan, with Charlotte. And then when Charlotte took up the blood, and we're all like, oh god, that's like Cosima, but she's way too young to do that. And I think she thinks that she's like Cosima. Yeah, I guess we get why MK warned Sarah not to go delving in too deep, because that is what killed Beth. Because I don't want to say she's getting very paranoid, but she's getting very paranoid. And it's sort of like, you need to be careful, because this is what killed Beth. Art is becoming badass confronting this Marty, which is also kind of dangerous, because, you know, Marty, he's a copper, and, you know, one of those, whether he'd kill you because you know too much. And then the Skype call to Cosima about Dr. Leakey's body and digging it up. Going. And this is a line from Alison. She's a scientist and a lesbian. She's not gonna let it slide about being like, oh, we don't have to tell her where we got the body from. And then Tony's like, a few months ago an occurrence occurred on a cold autumn night. It was very rainy. I remember it raining very distinctly. The rod on the car was crap, so I couldn't see. And then it's like, anyway, one thing led to another. And I shot at the leak and buried him in our garage. I love it. It was just like... And then Casine's like, oh, what the actual fudge? Like... It's just like, you shot Dr. Leakey? And Tommy's like, looks like he has one of those simulation thingies in his face, so it stuff looks out. It's just like, he's rationalising killing someone and being like, and then it's like, then like Casima's like, you killed Dr. Leakey, and Tony's like, did I ever? What is that? And then there's Alison just sat there like, being like, deliberate the morals later, come get the head, because it's stinky and we can't get it. And then there's Dolly being sick, and then there's Alison in the background going, use the dolls, use the dolls, in only the way Alison could. And then we come to the dental practice, because that Dizzy led Sarah to the dental practice, which, when it focuses on dental implants, it's never good, just saying. And I love how we're going back to Sarah pretending to be Beth, and like going back to that, because that is where it all started. And what's this dentist lady going on about, how she knows she's digging, and what does that mean? What does that mean that she covered for her? And she's upset as Beth is about something. Like, I need answers. And we see there Ferdinand all telling Mrs. S he's had a message from a Rachel. He's at Comic-Con, everybody. And I'm still not sure whether he can be trusted. Okay, my camera just cut out. Well, it didn't just cut out. It cut out yesterday, I guess, when you watched this, so then I had to charge it overnight. That's why I look absolutely horrendous. I went to a group I go to. You could say, why don't you fix your appearance? I can't be bothered, and I feel like I need to finish this. I like to finish things. The dental lady, what is she on about? About like her superiors, who are her superiors? Because obviously, when Ferdinand walks in, it's not like she's surprised by him, because she's, I mean, I don't know if she's ever seen her superiors. I mean, this is Orphan Black. She didn't seem surprised. No, you can't see much. She didn't seem surprised to see Ferdinand. He's at Comic-Con. It's not like she was surprised by him. So whether he is one of her superiors, whether he can be trusted, since he came in her hour of need. Yeah. What does she mean she's so lucky to have these? I'm sick of people saying, you're so lucky to have to be part of this. No, I think she'd rather not have that maggot in her face. So then, that noise really irritates me. I'm really trying not to make that noise, but it's almost like second nature. I see how people make that noise a lot. Like in YouTube, I'm not dissing anyone, but I feel like I have an aversion to making noises like that. Like I don't like people eating in front of me. I'm just weird. See, this is what happens when I'm tired and I'm not bothered. Everything comes out. I look a mess. We're going way off topic. I need to learn to stay on topic. Back to the review. And then she's going on about this perfect human. Like, what does that mean? What do you mean you want to make a more perfect human? Human as a basis, as a whole, are fundamentally flawed characters. Like, physically, mentally, personality-wise, we are all flawed. There is no such thing as perfect. We're going way too literal with this, but what does she mean about Caster never being completely under her control? Because if I am correct, Caster, the male clone, Ari Miller, God bless him, they were under control of the military and Dr. Virginia Cody, there we go. I thought she was in charge of them, care of them, but as a whole it was the military thing. So where does Susan Duncan equate into it? And why isn't she in charge of the leader clones? Because you'd think if Rachel was her daughter, I mean secretly be part of the leader clones, because like she tending to be dead. How is that the lab explosion? Because I'm not sure. I don't think it is. It might be. But something went down in Helsinki, and I want to know what went down, and why shouldn't Rachel know about Helsinki? She's in Dyad. She's like this clone that knows, so why shouldn't she know about Helsinki? And who else knows about Helsinki? Does MK know about Helsinki? And what is their greater good to control human evolution? Where do they see that going? Like, yeah, every time I watch Orphan Black and I think, that's why I get answers to my questions. I get more questions. So that was my episode 3, the Stigmata of Progress. Thank you all for watching, if you watched and if you sat through this. In my multiple t-shirt changes, my multiple changes, light changes, tripod position changes, will get it sort of and a sort of, yeah, battery doesn't like me. So if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, you know, free cat hugs, like I say. Might not, I mean, they don't give me any cat hugs, my cat, but we can try for you, you know. No promises though. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe in all the usual ways. Give me a comment below if you enjoyed, I can't say not this episode. I mean, like, if you watch Orphan Black, because seriously, I need friends who like Orphan Black. Really, I do. Nobody in my friend group, not that I have a lot of friends, nobody in my friend group watches Orphan Black. And I don't know if you saw the last episode of this. I need to be able to vent my feelings. Someone that understands. So yeah, thank you very much. See you next week. It will be back on track. I will get it for Friday because I've got nothing going on. No holidays, no nothing now. So it should go back to normal, hopefully. Depends how good I am. And also I have a group I go to on Fridays in the morning. That's another story. yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.